Hi everyone. Today's topic is CSF, which is cerebrospinal fluid. So generally exams ની અંદર 2 માર્ક્સમાં CSF અને એની સાથે આપણે બીજો જે ટોપિક આજે લેવા જઈ રહ્યા છે BBB, તો એ બંનેના full forms પૂછાય in 2 marks. In 5 marks they generally ask about the properties and composition of CSF, functions about the CSF, again in 5 marks. And if you are talking about the BBB, so in a full form, its definition and its functions in 5 marks. So again it is important, so let's start. We'll see what is CSF first. Cerebrospinal fluid is the clear, colorless and transparent fluid that circulates through ventricles of brain, subarachnoid space and central canal of spinal cord. It is a part of extracellular fluid, which is ECF. Properties of CSF. So generally the volume of CSF is 150 ml, which is around 100 ml to 200 ml, and the rate of formation is 0.3 ml per minute. The specific gravity of CSF is 1.005 and the reaction is alkaline. Composition. Since CSF is a part of ECF, it contains more amount of sodium than potassium. CSF also contains some lymphocytes. CSF secreted by ventricles does not contain any cell. Lymphocytes are added when CSF flows in the spinal cord. In this figure we'll see the composition of CSF. So generally in CSF there is water, which is 99.13% in amount, and solids would be 0.87%. In solids there would be organic substances and inorganic substances. In organic substances there are proteins, amino acids, sugar, cholesterol, urea, uric acid, creatinine and lactic acid. Whereas in inorganic substances that is sodium, calcium, potassium, magnesium, chlorides, phosphate, bicarbonates and sulfites. And lymphocytes in CSF would be 6 cubic per millimeter. So if the question is being asked about the composition of CSF, you should have to write down these things. Formation of cerebrospinal fluid. First we'll see the site of formation. CSF is formed by choroid plexuses situated within the ventricles. Choroid plexuses are tuft of capillary projections present inside the ventricles and are covered by pyometer and epidermal covering. Here tuft means a bunch or collection of threads or grass or hair-like projections. A large amount of CSF is formed in the lateral ventricles. Mechanism of formation. CSF is formed by the process of secretion that involves active transport mechanism. Formation of CSF does not involve ultrafiltration or dialysis. Substances affecting the formation of CSF. Pilocarpine, ether and extracts of pituitary gland stimulate the secretion of CSF by stimulating choroid plexuses. Injection of isotonic saline also stimulates CSF formation. Injection of hypotonic saline causes greater rise in capillary pressure and intracranial pressure and fall in osmotic pressure, leading to increase in CSF formation. Hypertonic saline decreases CSF formation and decreases the CSF pressure. The increased intracranial pressure is reduced by injection of 30% to 35% of sodium chloride or 50% of sucrose. Now we'll see the circulation of cerebrospinal fluid. Major quantity of CSF is formed in lateral ventricles and enters third ventricle by passing through the foramen of Monro. From here, it passes to fourth ventricle through aqueductus salivus, from fourth ventricle, CSF enters the cisterna magna and cisterna lateralis through foramen of Magendie and foramen of Lashka. From cisterna magna and cisterna lateralis, CSF circulates through subarachnoid space over spinal cord and cerebral hemispheres. It also flows into central canal of spinal cord. The same thing we'll see in this flow chart. The formation of cerebrospinal fluid in lateral ventricles. Then it goes to foramen of Monro. Then in third ventricle, from there it goes to aqueductus salivus. Then it goes to fourth ventricle. From fourth ventricle, it goes to foramen of Magendie and foramen of Lashka. From there, it goes to cisterna magna and cisterna lateralis. And from there, it goes to central canal and subarachnoid spaces. From subarachnoid spaces, it goes over spinal cord and over cerebral hemisphere. So in this figure, you can see the different parts of brain from where CSF is circulated. Like here we can see the third ventricle, fourth ventricle. This is a choroid plexus. This is a central canal. This is the foramen of Lashka. This is the foramen of Magendie. These are the subarachnoid spaces here and here. Now we'll see the absorption of cerebrospinal fluid. CSF is mostly absorbed by the arachnoid villi into dural sinuses and spinal veins. Small amount is absorbed along the perineural spaces into cervical lymphatics and into the perivascular spaces. The mechanism of absorption is by filtration due to pressure gradient between hydrostatic pressure in the subarachnoid space fluid and the pressure that exists in the dural spinous blood. Colloidal substances pass slowly and crystalloids are absorbed rapidly. Normally about 500 of CSF is formed every day and an equal amount is absorbed. Pressure exerted by the cerebrospinal fluid. Pressure exerted by CSF in man varies in the different positions. In lateral recumbent position, it is 10 to 18 centimeter of H2O. In lying position, it is 13 centimeter of H2O. And in sitting position, it is 30 centimeter of H2O. Certain events like coughing and crying increase the pressure by decreasing absorption. Compression of intrajugular vein also raises the CSF pressure. Now we'll see the functions of cerebrospinal fluid. 5 marks in the पूछायचा. First function of CSF is protective function. CSF acts as fluid buffer and protects the brain from shock. Since the specific gravity of brain and CSF is more or less same, brain floats in CSF. When head receives a blow, CSF acts like a cushion and prevents the movement of brain against the skull bone and thereby prevents the damage of brain. However, if the head receives a severe blow, the brain moves forcefully and hits against the skull bone, leading to the damage of brain tissues. Brain strike against the skull bone at the point opposite to the point where the blow was applied. So this type of damage to the brain is known as the countercoup injury. Second function of CSF is the regulation of cranial content volume. Regulation of cranial content volume is essential because brain may be affected if the volume of cranial content increases. It happens in cerebral hemorrhage and brain tumors. Increase in cranial content volume is prevented by greater absorption of CSF to give space for the increasing cranial contents. Third function of CSF is the medium of exchange. CSF is the medium through which many substances, particularly nutritive substances and waste materials, are exchanged between blood and brain tissues. Collection of cerebrospinal fluid. CSF is collected either by cisternal puncture or lumbar puncture. In cisternal puncture, the CSF is collected by passing a needle between the occipital bone and atlas so that it enters cisterna magna. In lumbar puncture, the lumbar puncture needle is introduced into subarachnoid space in lumbar region between the third and fourth lumbar spines. Lumbar puncture, though it is not being asked in exams, but it is always better to know the thing because it is very common. We can hear in daily routine about this thing. So lumbar puncture, posture of body for lumbar puncture. The reclining body is bent forward so as to flex the vertebral column as far as possible. Then the body is brought near the edge of the table. The highest point of iliac crest is determined by palpitation. A line is drawn on the back of the subject by joining the highest points of iliac crest of both the sides. Opposite to mid plane, this line crosses the fourth lumbar spine. After determining the area of fourth lumbar spine, third lumbar spine is palpated. The needle is introduced into subarachnoid space by passing through soft tissue space between the two spines. Reasons for selecting this site. Spinal cord will not be injured because it terminates below the lower border of the first lumbar vertebra. Chorda equina may be damaged, but it is regenerated. And the second reason is subarachnoid space is wider in this site. It is because the diameter is reduced very much. Uses of lumbar puncture. Lumbar puncture is used for collecting CSF for diagnostic purposes, injecting drugs for spinal anesthesia, analgesia, and chemotherapy, and measuring the pressure exerted by the CSF. Now we'll see the another definition, which is BBB, blood-brain barrier. In 2 marks, BBB no full form and any definition may be pucha hai, and in 5 marks they generally ask about the full form of BBB and its definition and its functions. So we'll see that. So blood-brain barrier, BBB, is a neuroprotective structure that prevents the entry of many substances and pathogens into the brain tissues from blood. It was observed more than 50 years ago that when trypan blue, the acidic dye, was injected into the living animals, all the tissues of body were stained by it except the brain and spinal cord. This observation suggested that there was a hypothetical barrier which prevented the diffusion of trypan blue into the brain tissues from the capillaries. This barrier was named as a BBB, blood-brain barrier. It exists in the capillary membrane of all parts of the brain except in some areas of hypothalamus. Then there is a structure of blood-brain barrier. Tight junctions in the endothelial cells of brain capillaries are responsible for BBB mechanism. In capillaries of other organs, adjacent endothelial cells leave the cleft called fenestra, which allows transcytosis of several substances through endothelium. Okay, here transcytosis matlab it is transcytosis is a type of transcellular transport in which the various macromolecules are transported across the interior of the cell. So, however, in capillaries of brain, fenestra are absent because the endothelial cells fuse with each other by tight junctions. So, we'll see this. So, તમને વધારે idea આવશે. So, this is the capillary and capillary lumen of other organs, જેની અંદર there is a fenestra. જેમ આપણે વાત કરી હતી કે આ જે એપિથેલિયલ સેલ્સ છે ગ્રે કલરના ગ્રે એપિથેલિયલ સેલ્સ છે એની વચ્ચેની સ્પેસ છે, that is called fenestra, right? This is the normal capillary in other organs and this is a capillary in brain. So this is the lumen તો એની આજુબાજુમાં જેટલા પણ એપિથેલિયલ સેલ્સ છે એની વચ્ચે ટાઇટ જંક્શન્સ છે. સો દેટ્સ વાય ધેર ઇઝન્ટ એની ફેનેસ્ટ્રા. જે અહીંયા આગળ જે ગેપ છે એને જે આપણે ફેનેસ્ટ્રા કહ્યું છે તો અહીંયા નથી, રાઈટ. તો દેટ્સ વાય ઇટ ક્રિએટ્સ ધ મિકેનિઝમ ઓફ બેરિયર, રાઈટ. Okay. However, in capillaries of brain, fenestra are absent because the endothelial cells fuse with each other by tight junctions. Right? These are the tight junctions. Tight junctions are formed between endothelial cells of the capillaries at childhood. At the same time, cytoplasmic food processes of astrocytes develop around capillaries and reinforce the barrier. જે આ બહારની સાઈડ ગ્રે કલરના છે એ ફૂડ પ્રોસેસીસ ઓફ એસ્ટ્રોસાઇટ્સ. So astrocytes envelop the vasculature almost completely. Pericytes also form the important cellular constituents of BBB. These cells play an important role in formation and maintenance of tight junction and structural stability to the barrier. In brain, pericytes function as macrophages and play an important role in the defense. Functions of the BBB. So BBB acts as both a mechanical barrier and a transport mechanism. It prevents potentially harmful chemical substances and permits the metabolic and essential materials into the brain tissues. By preventing injurious materials and organisms, BBB provides healthy environment for the nerve cells of brain. Substances which can pass through BBB: oxygen, carbon dioxide, water, glucose, amino acids, electrolytes, drug as L-dopa, 5-hydroxytryptamine, sulfonamides, tetracycline, and many lipid-soluble drugs. Lipid-soluble anesthetic gases such as ether and nitrous oxide, and other lipid-soluble substances. So this can pass through the blood-brain barrier. Now we'll see the substances which cannot pass through the blood-brain barrier. Injurious chemical agents, pathogens such as bacteria, drugs such as penicillin and the catecholamines. Dopamine also cannot pass through BBB. So Parkinsonism is treated with L-dopa instead of the dopamine. Bile pigments. However, since the barrier is not well developed in infants, the bile pigments enter the brain tissues. During jaundice in infants, the bile pigments enter brain and causes the damage of basal ganglia leading to kernicterus. સો જનરલી એની અંદર એમ કહેવા માંગે છે કે જ્યારે ઇન્ફન્ટ્સ હોય એની અંદર જોન્ડિસ થતો હોય છે તો એ વખતે જે બાઇલ પિગમેન્ટ્સ છે એ બ્રેઇન ટિશ્યુની અંદર એન્ટર થાય છે, બિકોઝ જે આ બેરિયર્સ છે એ ઇન્ફન્ટ્સની અંદર ડેવલપ થયેલા હોતા નથી. સો બેઝિકલી એ કર્નિકટેરસ ડેવલપ કરે છે. સો કર્નિકટેરસ ઇઝ ડિસઓર્ડર કે જેની અંદર cerebral palsy, hearing loss, vision problem or mental retardation જેવી symptoms or diseases, or we can say the bunch of symptoms can appear. And bilirubin encephalopathy તરીકે પણ ઓળખવામાં આવે. So it happens in infants only. And there is another definition called blood cerebrospinal fluid barrier. Blood CSF barrier is a barrier between blood and CSF that exists at the choroid plexus. The function of this barrier is similar to that of BBB. It does not allow the movement of many substances from blood to cerebrospinal fluid. It allows the movement of only those substances which are allowed by BBB. જે આપણે આગળ જોયા. So this is all about CSF and BBB. If you are having any question, then let me know. Thank you.